Hi and welcome to the fishing report for this coming week. Well, last week, gee, did we get some rain and weather extremes. It was so hot early on that it made fishing in the backcountry a little on the tough side. And then, of course, through comes the rain, particularly if you're further south, and it's changed the whole dynamic. So if you get a chance, get out there because there's been a real reset go through the whole system. Now, this is particularly good for salmon fishing because it was getting low and clear and the fish weren't necessarily that easy to catch. But as the colour comes into the river, they seem to bite better. A little bit of chill of coldness, because it was quite chilly as the rain came through, has brought them into a more snappy mode. So if you get a chance to get out, particularly this weekend and early in the week, get yourselves out there. And don't be afraid to fish in the surf where you've got a clear edge. So the water might be quite dirty coming out from the river, but on the edge of that, there is often a vortex of clear water brought in on the edge. As you go down towards low tide, you can do very well fishing there. It's one of the things that I love to do when I'm out there surf salmon fishing. And that clear edge fishing can produce a lot of fish in a very short time. When it comes to what's happening with the trout in the backcountry, as I've already said, that reset will have come there as well, and so they're easier to catch for a while until they get under that whole pressure again of being hammered, as lots of people are doing now. It's just simply because it's a year for good big fish. When it comes to kingies, we're doing pretty well around the coast. I've got several of my clients with big smiles on their face going out and fishing around in Pegasus Bay, also right around the peninsula. Anywhere you've got some pretty good kelp beds and so forth, or kelp floating on the surface, that's a great place to go fishing as well. And you go all the way up into the Sounds and around into Collingwood, which is one of my favourite places because you know I love my fly fishing for kingies. I know up there it's fishing reasonably well as well. Just make sure you keep an eye if you are planning a trip there. You don't want to have an easterly coming in, and you don't want to have it so there's so much fresh water coming down the Arariri River that it dilutes the whole water in the bay and you just won't fish so well. When it comes to boat fishing, well, there's been some good deep water fishing off the coast. Now, I just want to give you a little bit of a heads up on using technology. More and more people are using electric reels. Now, if you haven't used an electric reel before, I'm going to get you to park your horse and cart outside the door. I'm going to walk you in and show you just how much of a benefit you're going to be having when you get yourself an electric reel. The great news about those is that they make life a lot easier when you're in that deeper water, and you can fish up into hundreds of meters of water, and fewer people fish there, more fish are available. So here's the news flash. Get yourself up with what's going on in 2020, get yourself a decent electric reel. You won't know yourself. And here's the fact of it, like at the end of the day, when you're fishing at great depths, the cod and the jock stewarts and the groper, they don't fight that hard. I mean, it's not like, you know, you're going out and you're denying yourself a big fight on a kingy. I wouldn't use an electric reel on a kingy, but when it comes to that wonderful art of fish gathering, there's nothing like them. Come in and see us, we'll look after you on it. Surf fishing still going well. In fact, it's a great time of year to go surf casting, and depending on how the weather's going, you can do really well. Now, I know the West Coast fishes way better than most people would give credit for. So if you've got a chance to get over there and there's not a westerly swell running, you can do extremely well. You can catch things like, you know, good gurnard catches and snapper, let alone just a normal fare of elephant fish and rig. On the East Coast, it's been going pretty well as well, so get yourself out there, enjoy yourselves. Remember, this is summer. These are the glorious days. Get yourself out there, have fun, and of course, come and see us beforehand if you need any bits and pieces. We'd love to help you. 484 Cranford Street or online at completeangler.co.nz. Cheers.